Hey, Bobby, how Bobby, hey, Bobby, hey, Bobby. It's me, Bob, and it's time to do another review of books I really have opinions on. Some I liked, some I didn't, but yeah, I definitely have opinions on them. So yeah, let's get the review started. Put tags this time, Bob. I'll explain that at the end. Okay, starting with Icon and Rocket. But I was gonna start with that. Let's start with Icon and Rocket. It was fabulous. It gave me exactly what I wanted from the last issue. I wanted an issue where, and this is why it's important to read the next issue before you review, because they might give you exactly what you want. In my case, I wanted an issue where Static met Icon and Rocket, and we actually saw interaction within this world. And that is what they gave me in here. It was awesome. As much as I complained about the Icon story blending together and it being just another Icon story and it feeling bland, like it's gonna just. I asked for one that sticks out. Well, this one didn't do that. This one was original enough that it felt like it came at the end of the Milestone universe run the first time. You know, right when they started being Superman and fun stuff like that. It just took all my complaints, fixed them, and made a far superior reality. Yeah. Um, I like simple things about this book. I like that the moral was don't take drinks from strangers. I like it's just hard to describe and to people who haven't read Icon and Rocket. I like that you see Icon on a date too at the same time, and it just it was stuff they wouldn't have done in the original run as well. That, to my knowledge, you didn't see Augustus Freeman be this what would be the term? He wasn't. He was like a very stoic Mr. Spock type figure, where he was. Well, that's very logical, and you didn't see him have sex basically. But this, you get to see he's attracted to this woman. You get to see that it's gonna hurt him when he finds out she's evil, and you get to feel feelings right along with him. You know, it's small stuff like that that made this book awesome. 5 out of 5. Congratulations! I think you're my first 5 out of 5. Um, Static 4. Oh, what the hell? Let's do 5 too. Let's do it as the way I read them, as one massive thing. They must have 6 already pre-planned. Me and Mom were talking about that off camera. They must have 6 already pre-planned because that little side note in Icon and Rocket was that this takes place after Icon. I mean, Static 6. So if they didn't have Static 6 written and planned out already, why would they leave a side note to that effect? You know, they must have. And I'm nothing if not curious to see how they're going to end it. Because, like I said, this point in the Milestone universe is great because they're bringing in shit from the show. They're bringing in stuff from the show that you didn't get to see in the original Milestone run. I don't remember, and I picked up a lot of Milestone off eBay. Uh, but I don't remember there being like Talon or I still want to see Ebon, and that's really my only major footnote that I still want to see Ebon, but the fact that you get to see basically everybody who was a Static Shock villain show up at the end. Everybody who really mattered anyway. You don't get to see Madeline Spaulding. You don't get to minor villains like that. But they all show up at the end because you find out that not everybody who was in a cage was in a cage to protect them. Some of them were promised money to actually stay there. Spoilers, by the way. But, yeah. Which I found interesting because you know that if it were real, that's what they do. They wouldn't just say, oh, we're going to protect you. Some of these people were downright jerks. I mean, there was this one energy guy at the very end that he isn't a jerk and he goes in for testing better people like himself almost right away. And I'm like, what's he doing with the group? But hopefully they'll explain that. I have every confidence in the world that it will. I'm nothing if not confident. Like I said, I'm really impressed with what they're doing with the Milestone universe. But as two separate issues, I don't see it being near as enjoyable as what it was for me. I don't I don't envy people who just had to read this issue 4 or 5 separately, because as as separate issues they kind of they weren't as good. But the fact that somebody's going to be able to read that in trade, I think really is going to boost sales. It's going to be awesome for them. So anyway, I'd give both those books a 4. So yeah. Now on to the one that kind of frustrated me a little bit. This is Blue and Gold. Unlike Milestone, it doesn't have the excuse with people don't know our story, so therefore we can't. We have to rewrite the characters to fit a new world. No, these characters have been around for a while, and I mean, they even acknowledged in this one that they've been on the Justice League International, and that was years ago. They they say things like, "Oh, there's Blackguard," or "Blackguard's the main villain," and you have to know who Blackguard is. This this book was designed really more for Major League fans. I mean, you have to know who Guy Gardner is. He shows up at the end. It was kind of stupid. It, it was really stupid, come to think of it. But do I think it will add to the Blue Beetle mythos when the TV show comes out? Not really. Do I think that it's leading up to something? Oh, hell yeah. I think it's leading up to something. I think they're doing the exact same thing they did with Shazam a couple weeks back. That they're gonna say, "You like this issue? Well, it ends in, I don't know, Blue Beetle number 52." Any true DC fan knows why I picked that number. But yeah, this individual issue really wasn't all that. I still am not quite sure where these two issues fit in the overall Blue Beetle Booster Gold mythos. The cool shit from this cover does not take place either. The last one back there, that was a 2, and I'm being generous. This, I don't know. I mean, I did like it better than the Blackguard issue because they didn't feel like a bunch of liars. But Rip Hunter does end up essentially being useless, and it's implied that Rip Hunter's mother the lady I think Rip Hunter's mother's gonna be already knew about Booster Gold's mission before Booster Gold even did. But we'll find that out in the next issue if I'm right. Um, yeah, it's a shame the cool stuff from the cover doesn't happen because I would love to see all these boosters show up or Rip do that spirit trick. Yeah, I would have loved to see that, but it didn't give me that. It did kind of make me want to pick up the next issue, but I do run the chance of it being like the Blackguard issue, where it's just a bunch of laughs and it ends on a stupid joke. I want it to be Watchmen serious, but I do want it to be serious. You know, I don't want it to be Dark Knight serious, but a little serious would have sufficed. And judging by the cover of the next one, which I've seen thanks to Booster Gold fan sites, you're gonna get that because the lady that is like an Egyptian alien type thing, she abducted them and is gonna make them fight to the death. But again, that's just me speculating. I mean, as a Rip Hunter fan, I'm disappointed. I'll give it a 3. Not being generous either. If I was being generous, I'd say like 4.5. And you can't do the same trick you did with Static, where that was like all one big thing. Because that book does not read well as one big thing. That book reads better as single issues. Yeah. So, last time I forgot to put tags. I forgot. I still did a video, and you can find it. I'm not gonna tell you. Yeah. It's in the Spawn playlist, but I forgot to put tags, so it was far too late. Um, that's what was up with me at the beginning. Always put tags, kids. YouTube has not invented a system that doesn't need tags yet. That's all I can tell you. Um, wow, Milestone did better than regular DC with the with that. I thought I had more books, but how about I guess. Yeah. If Milestone hadn't done better, I wouldn't have scored their book so high. Okay. A lot of sighing this episode, but I think they'll enjoy it. Hopefully, I get my point across about Rip Hunter. Them doing him dirty. Them like, comment, and subscribe.